film.
That ball is gone. It's a walk-off home run for Stephen Williams.
WEGO Sports,
The Tigers are headed to the College World Series.
where every
Did the Auburn Tigers walk off with a 12-4 victory?
game
There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back.
lives. It's now time for the Extra Point. Auburn's best sports talk personalities on Auburn's best station.
We the North are now we the champions. The Raptors, the 2019 NBA champs.
Auburn's most watched sports TV show, Auburn's best sports talk radio show.
Lillard, long range three, and it's good! At the buzzer, Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me?
Call in at 334-844-9345 to join the debate.
Oh my God!
Deep to right field, way up there, and way out of here! Second deck walk-off home run! Grand slam, Bryce Harper!
Lock in. The Extra Point starts now on WEGO Radio and Eagle Eye TV. Presented by WEGO Sports, where every game lives.
Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
And welcome into another Thursday edition of the Extra Point. You know what that means? Pick 'em and some crazy things happening inside the studio. Hello, everybody. Jared Dillard, and joining me in the studio, as always on Thursday, is Carter Bird, Devin Foreman, and Jack Hart. Carter, let's start with you. How you doing on this Thursday morning?
Doing all right. I can't wait to hear this poem that our guy Devin has.
That is true. Devin has a poem ready to go. We'll get to that in a moment. But Devin, for right now, how's it going?
Oh man, it's going good. It's going pretty good. It's just been a good day. I'm excited for today for some reason.
You excited?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun show, so you should be excited. Last
Already.
but not least, scooting to the studio late, Jack Hart.
Hey guys, it's cold out. Having a rough morning, but I'm glad to be in my favorite place in the whole world
There you go.
with my favorite guys
On a Thursday, baby.
on a
Let's go.
Thursday. TGIT.
TGIT. Wait, that did not come out
Or
right.
R. I guess we're in college. It's an R now.
Yeah, whatever it may
Yeah.
be. But we have a lot on the show for today. Just to give you a quick rundown of what you can expect. Obviously, we're going to open up the show with the Nationals. Got a big win against the Astros. We'll go to the NFL, then NBA, and then in the second hour, it's all about that college football. If you want to call in, you can by calling in at 334-844-9345. That is 334-844-9345. Or you can ask a question in the live stream on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It'll come through here in the studio, and we will answer your questions live on the show. That's just what we do. Boys, are you ready to get this show on the road?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Carter, waiting on you.
I'm ready.
You
I'm
ready?
outed.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's just go ahead and let's open up every show like we always do. And that's going to open up with...
Step back. Kiss myself, Neil Funk. Woo!
Wake up. It's the Fast Break. Your top stories this morning. Your top stories for Thursday, October 24th. Conor McGregor says he's returning in January. He last fought in October 2018, and he hasn't won since 2016, as he's also fighting some battles in the courtroom as well as legal issues persist. Tiger Woods started slow, but he ended up tied for the lead in the Zozo Championship in Japan after the first round. If you are a Josh Gordon fantasy owner, please cover your ears. Josh Gordon's put on IR. He is done for the season. Drew Brees says he's ready to return against the Cardinals. Let's see how the Saints handle their quarterback situation. Quandre Diggs said the Lions blindsided him after that trade to Seattle as he's trying to just settle in with his new team. Emmanuel Sanders says that he needed a change of pace after being traded from the Broncos to the 49ers. Going to the NBA, Kyrie dropped 50 points. He broke 4 different records for the Nets, but unfortunately they fell 127 to 126 in overtime to the Wolves. Some other NBA news, Hornets PJ Washington, Kentucky rookie and standout, hit an NBA record 7 threes in a debut. So great job by PJ Washington, but the news comes with a little bit of heartbreak as Nicholas Batum goes down with a broken finger. He's currently day-to-day as the Hornets win 126 to 125 over the Chicago Bulls. Bradley Beal got ejected in the fourth quarter. Luka and the Mavs win 108 to 100 after Luka dropped 34. Porzingis with 23. And finally, going on over to baseball, the Nats put 6 runs across in the 7th inning, and they go up 2-0 on the Astros as the series heads to D.C. You can catch Game 3 tomorrow night. So let's see, maybe that 30 for 30 for the Nationals is going to happen. We'll find out as the Nationals try to close it in D.C. That being said, that is your WEGL Sports Update presented by WEGL Sports, where every game lives. Carter, you were about to say something about Emmanuel Sanders, or not Emmanuel Sanders, Josh Gordon?
He's not done.
You don't think he's done?
So when he gets healthy, they have to release him, which means he can sign and play somewhere else this season.
Either way, his tenure in New England is over.
Yes.
Tenure in New England is over. We'll see what's going on with Josh Gordon. That being said, let's move on to Major League Baseball. Nats are up 2-0. I don't know if anybody called that, so to speak.
No, for sure not. I mean, the Nats are now real
Devin, what's
team
that?
of destiny vibes over here.
Devin, what's that look you got going on over there?
I didn't say that. I told they were gonna win, and y'all go like y'all act like nobody didn't give them no
I don't
chance.
remember you saying
I
they
gave
were
them a
up
chance
2-0.
though. I said
hang
they're
on.
gonna win
What?
the first game. I did say they win the first game. I didn't know when they said win 2. Don't say that.
It's the second. The first game happened 2 days ago.
But I still said that though. I said the National gonna win. Y'all acting like we all picked Astro.
I don't remember this at all. But
You know what? Let me go back.
fair enough. All right.
I don't remember any of us saying the Nationals be up 2-0 at this point.
I think Carter and I agreed that they'd take one of the first 2.
I said,
And I think we all said Astros in 6. But
I'll have to go back and check the logs for Devin.
Hey, Astros in 6 could still
yeah, I
happen.
mean, that's going to require
theoretically. It'd be a heck of a comeback, and then they'd really have to regroup. But, I mean, there's a real thing here with the old Ewing effect, with the fact that you take Bryce Harper out, and the Nationals all of a sudden they're a force, and they might win a World Series.
It was Bryce Harper who was cursed all along, and not the Nationals. Who would have thunk?
I mean, they're the city of champions now because they have the Mystics and the Caps. It's about to get the Nationals again, all in like a year and a half span.
and that other team that plays in Maryland.
Yeah, that other team that shall not be named plays in Maryland, and they're just a dumpster fire, just currently burning. And somebody's just throwing gasoline on it. By somebody, I mean Dan Snyder is throwing gasoline on his own franchise because he is not helping them out at all. But that being said, I mean, what do the Astros have to do at this point? They're down 2-0. They're going to D.C. What do the Astros need to change?
Well, I mean, you can't have these. You can't start in a hole. I mean, they keep getting down and having to dig their way out of it. And I really thought when Bregman hit the 2-run home run, I was like, okay, this is the Astros. They're back. They're awake. They're going to take control of this game. And then I couldn't have been more wrong. Just things fell apart when you got to that 7th inning. I mean, it was truly shocking to watch 2 of the best pitchers in all of baseball drop the first 2 games of the series when the rest of their team is just better than the Nationals. Like if you were to look at talent, the Astros are just objectively a better baseball team.
Yeah.
And you got to start to wonder how much the off the field distractions are affecting this team of the whole situation with the assistant GM yelling at female reporters about their closer, you got to wonder how much that's like just the fact that there's that huge distraction is affecting the Astros.
Well, Manfred did come out and say that he is concerned over the incident that did happen. So it's definitely on the mind of MLB front offices, so to speak. I don't know. I don't know. I can't predict how much that's playing into the Astros' performance in the World Series, but I can't think that it helps.
Yeah.
And I can't think that it's not affecting them. But there was some news coming in this morning in baseball. 2 hires happening. The Philadelphia Phillies. Joe Girardi's back. He's at the Phillies now. He'll be their next manager. And the Padres hired former Rangers coach, that is Tingler, as their manager. So 2 hires this morning.
David Ross yesterday.
David Ross yesterday. So my heart is conflicted, but it will stay strong.
Yeah, Girardi, I think it's got to be – you definitely have to view it as an upgrade over Kapler with the Phillies, because Kapler showed pretty much immediately that he was having difficulty really pulling that team together, because they had the talent. I mean, they went and got 4 All-Stars in the offseason.
Yeah,
and then they all they were picked to come second in the NL East behind the Nats, and then they just fell apart and came in third.
Yeah, and we saw
distant third
rumblings of that last season as well, where the Phillies were one of the most error-prone teams out on the diamond. I mean, they got embarrassed week in and week out on the diamond. And then this year, wherein just the poor game management from the manager. I mean, if the Phillies lost a game, they were losing it by 5, 6, 7 runs. They would let games get out of hand, and they would be weighing heavily on their all-stars, and they were the only ones producing for that team.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right.
I mean, yeah, something had to change in Philadelphia. You cannot underperform that badly with that much talent on your team unless your name is the Dodgers.
With that being said, before any more shots are taken at the Dodgers, we're going to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we are going to be talking NFL news and this week's games, along with the Thursday night game tonight that nobody is going to watch. You are watching and listening to Extra Point here on WGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win.
The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your skills in science, technology, engineering, and math that can help give you a leg up to a high-paying and rewarding STEM profession. Gain practical experience with emerging technology and equipment not found in the civilian world. The Army National Guard can get you started in an array of STEM-related career fields such as information technology, communication systems, special forces engineers, technical engineering, air traffic control, and chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear science. Get a head start on your career in an exciting new field while earning money to pay for college, all while serving in your own community. Log on to NationalGuard.com or talk to a recruiter in your area to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Want to help pull the plug on cyber terrorists? Or get the skills to work with satellites and other space technology? How about learning the avionics inside stealth fighters? And do you want to reach your goals fast? You can do it and take your life to the next level in the Air National Guard. Because you serve part-time, you do it in a way that works for you. You can achieve your career and educational goals with plenty of time for family and friends. The Air Guard offers nearly 200 career specialties, so you'll get the high-tech skills you need to kick your career into high gear. You can also be eligible for college tuition assistance. The best part is, in the Air Guard, you'll be making a real difference by serving your community and country. So get your future off the ground in the Air National Guard. Call the Alabama Air National Guard at 1-800-TOGOANG or visit goang.com/AL.
Welcome back to the Extra Point here on WEGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV. Hello, everybody. Jared Dillard, and joining me in the studio is Carter Bird, Devin Foreman, and Jack Hart. As we continue to trudge along in this show, if you want to call in, you can by calling in at 334-844-9345. That is 334-844-9345. Or you can ask a question in the live stream, and we will answer your question live on the show. Let's turn to the NFL. Boys, where do we want to head first? What big news do we want to hit first?
Well, I think you got to hit these trades first. I mean, I think that's been the biggest thing that's happened. I mean, you have Mohamed Sanu going to the Patriots in a move that now makes sense as Josh Gordon gets put on IR as he has re-aggravated his bone bruise. But that now gives Tom Brady a new option to go to. I guess a guy who you can really slide in as your number 2 receiver on the team behind Edelman. It'll be Edelman and him working the inside, and then you have Dorsett on the outside. Then you have Jacoby Myers, who, undrafted free agent out of NC State, has balled out for Brady. And it's always, you always see the Patriots find a guy like that, somebody that's really, really kind of overlooked by every other team. They'll find that guy and they'll turn him into a star. And that may be what's happening with Jacoby Myers right now.
Yeah. The couple of trades coming through, Emmanuel Sanders getting moved to the 49ers, talking Quaydron Diggs going to Seattle. Definitely a lot of trades moving around before that trade deadline comes on through. So teams making some moves, and we forgot the one that happened, what seems like ages ago, when the Rams got Jalen Ramsey. And that seemed to work out well for the Rams. They've bounced back. Granted, they were playing.
The Ravens got Marcus Peters, and he got a huge pick 6 in his first game.
That's true. That's also true.
Ramsey got a forced fumble, and Marcus Peters got a pick 6. So we've seen these trades have immediate payoff. And I think you'll absolutely see that with Emmanuel Sanders and Sanu on Sunday, when these two teams, like, if you look at the 49ers, the 49ers lacked talent at receiver. Well, now they have a guy who you can at least point to and be like, that's the actual number 1 receiver for that team. And then the Patriots, now you aren't having to roll out random people every week that haven't played with Brady. I mean, now you can put a talented player out there. I think Sanu was one of the best number 2s in all of the NFL, and I think now he'll have an opportunity to continue to be a great number 2, and it wouldn't shock me if he became the number 1 by the season's end over Edelman. And Edelman's just that safety valve, that safety blanket for Brady.
Once again, if you want to call in, you can at 334-844-9345 or ask a question in the live stream, and we will answer it live on the show. Some other NFL news. Drew Brees says he wants to be back for the Cardinals game this weekend. He's been throwing the football around in practice. So the Saints, remember weeks ago when we said that window's opening up for teams to catch up on the Saints? Mm-hmm. And then we all said the Falcons. And then the Falcons died.
Trash.
And the Panthers are caught up. That window's now closing. So Drew Brees is going to be back, if not this week, the next. So Teddy Bridgewater, salute to you. They've done a great job of managing that offense while Brees was gone. I mean, that's what you want to see out of a backup quarterback.
I see the potential for a trade for one of 2 quarterbacks by the Bears. The Bears need to go get Teddy Bridgewater or Cam Newton right now. Right now. Because Cam Newton right now is on the bench for at least another week. Because much like we've kind of been saying, the Panthers have to ride the hot hand with Kyle Allen as long as it's hot. And it's hot right now. And then Breeze, when he comes back, it's a little bit different because he is a Hall of Fame quarterback. And you have to think that that offense is still, even though Bridgewater's done so well, the offense is still better with Breeze. So when you take Breeze back into the lineup, now you have an asset if you're the Saints that you can trade and get either draft picks or you can get potentially another player on your defense, maybe even. Well, no, the Bears don't have any receivers that would be worth trading for besides Allen Robinson, which you're not going to get in that trade. But they can get something to further improve this offense. And so if you do that, I mean, I think that the Saints need to seriously look at trading Bridgewater as soon as Breeze comes back, because that's when Bridgewater's value is going to be the highest. And you can't go forward next year paying both quarterbacks $40-something combined $1 million. I mean, that's way too much money.
Before we head to a break,
I totally agree with that. I need the Bears to get Cam.
You need the Bears to get Cam?
That'd be so fire. I'm just, that's just my fantasy world.
I think, hey, Bears get Bridgewater, Steelers get Cam.
No, that would be
Steelers with
fire
Cam.
too, though.
Steelers with Cam can win the NFC North.
Okay,
or the AFC North. Sorry,
I was about to say it couldn't be the AFC in total general. That's all weird.
With that being said,
we already win.
Something we have to get out of the way is this Thursday night football game. We got to bring it up because it is tonight.
Who playing?
Well, it's a Minnesota Vikings scrimmage tonight at home against the Washington Redskins.
They win by 28.
Kirk Cousins gonna blow it.
Since Kirk Cousins coming under fire, he has been the best quarterback in the NFL statistically over the past 3 games. And it's not going to stop against this Redskins team. This Redskins team is trash.
I want you to take a look at this stat. The Redskins' last 4 games, they're 1-3.
Yeah, with a win over the...
They lost 24-3 against the Giants.
Who are bad.
33-7 against the Patriots.
Okay, fair.
They won. They won 17-16 over the Dolphins.
Doesn't mean anything.
And then they got blanked 9-0 by the 49ers.
Where they were playing in a swimming pool.
If you want to see where I'm going with this, it's that take out their win against the Dolphins, which they should have done. They scored 10 points through 3 games that they lost. How many points did they even score tonight?
Not more than 7. The Vikings D is good. And the Vikings offense right now has found its stride. They use Dalvin Cook extremely well. I mean, he's second in the NFL in rushing yards. And then Kirk Cousins has figured out, hey, I don't have to only throw the ball 4 yards down the field. I can air it out to my 2 Pro Bowl receivers. And Stephon Diggs has been a monster the past 2 weeks, and I don't see that slowing down. I mean, I see the Vikings scoring at least 35, and I don't see the Redskins scoring more than 7.
So we may see a shutout on Thursday Night Football.
We might.
We might. And it just goes to show.
Upset.
I mean,
Kirk Cousins
you
gonna blow
go
it, man.
out on your
Kirk
own.
Cousins gonna blow this, man, for real.
There's a reason why it's a 16.5 point line.
I mean,
16.5 points in the NFL is a ton.
Ooh, no, not mine. Change that. No, let's change that, bro. I thought it was a little closer than that. And that's
No.
ridiculous, man.
Adrian Peterson's banged up.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Adrian Peterson's banged up, and Darius
16?
Geis is still out. So, I mean,
that's too much. Nah.
Where's the offense going to come from if you're the Redskins? It's not.
Jesus.
He got him, though, for real.
Terry McLaurin's going to have to go for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns if they want a chance in the world in this game.
And still lose 50-21. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
I bet they scored 10, though. I give them 10.
All right, here we go. Over-under set at 10 for the Redskins. Carter?
Under, for sure.
Devin?
Over.
Jack?
Under.
Even.
Oh, don't talk about Jared.
Yeah. I'm going bold.
You're the worst.
I'm going bold. They'll score 10.
You set the over-under and then pick a push.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
Yeah. That's what I do. This is why I'm the quarterback of our team. All right, Carter? You run your route, I'll throw the ball to you. That's what we do.
And we've been winning, too.
In a sense, I kind of just told you to stay in your lane.
You know what? if we're a football team and you the court, you know who I am? I'm like Antonio Brown. I come with all the distractions and stuff. That's me.
Dev, you may want to pick a better.
I'm AB.
You may want to pick a better.
I'm AB. No, Chad Ochocinco.
Devin, I wouldn't have touched that with a 1,000-foot pole.
Chad Ochocinco. Chad Ochocinco there.
Yeah. Yep. That's better. That's better.
I was talking about the extra stuff, like to come with the the.
Yeah, I was talking about the extra stuff.
Yeah, which is what?
I think that was a bad.
Can you just
that was something bad.
Beat Terrell Owens.
Yeah. T.O. then.
Yes.
Let's go T.O. I beat T.O.
That's
being off the field distraction without being apparently a horrendous human being.
But Devin, you've done a great thing just now, because in the next part of the show, after our commercial break, when we come back, we're going to do what we did yesterday. We're going to give ourselves each NBA comparisons to the person to our right. So I'll give my NBA comparison for Jack for Devin. Devin, you have Carter, and Carter has to give an NBA comparison to me.
Okay.
So go ahead and think about that during this break. And when we come back, we're going to hit NBA news, give us our comparisons, and
I've got
more.
you. I've got you.
You do.
I got you.
I think
I got you.
All right. You're watching and listening to Extra Point here on WGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV.
Hi, I'm Harrison Smith. You may know me from my work as Scuba, one of the hosts of the hit award-winning show Nerdcore on Weagle 91.1 FM. But what you may not know about me is that I'm a website enthusiast. That's why I'm here to tell you about WeagleFM.com. It's our hotspot on the web with live broadcast articles and more. It's like a gift that keeps on giving. Tune into your favorite shows at any time with a 24/7 online stream right on the homepage. And don't forget to check out the schedule for our station's full selection of music, sports, and talk shows. For the sports fans, there's articles aplenty covering all of the current events in football, basketball, and beyond. For those music fans, Weagle FM has got you covered. We have album and concert reviews and theme playlists for any mood. We even have live musical performances with Weagle Sessions. There's more than enough content here to keep you procrastinated when you really should be studying for that test. That's right, we know you've been slacking off. Get back to it, lazy. So, no matter what sound you're looking for, we've got it only on WeagleFM.com. That's WeaglFM.com and Weagle 91.1 FM, Auburn.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzz driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I got nothing to lose. Oh, yeah. When I get it, I ain't never going back again. When I get it, I ain't never going back again. 100%, yeah.
Welcome back to Extra Point here on WEGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV. Fun break for us trying to decide who our NBA comparisons are. And we'll do that first before we go into what happened in NBA last night. So each one of us giving us NBA comparison. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, Jacob Hillman, part of the scoreboard, I labeled him as JJ Barea.
Yeah, but you should be mean.
No, I was not being mean. There was a very good reasoning behind that.
What was your reasoning?
My reasoning is that JJ Barea is scrappy, puts his head down, get the job done, and that's Jacob Hillman.
And so
if I need somebody, somebody
that's been relevant in the last 10 years, like,
how dare you?
Dellavedova.
That
would have been better. That would have been better.
How dare you talk about JJ Barea like that? He did not play last night, by the way, JJ Barea. He's Still come back from that injury. He's fine. But
Because he hasn't been relevant in 10 years, and he's 48 years old.
Javon Cutler was Kawhi Leonard, which very accurate. And
Yes.
Bay Marks was Luka. While I was Steph Curry.
Yeah, which is garbage.
I didn't pick it. But
picked it?
who wants to go?
Bay picked Steph Curry for him, which is a joke.
Who? Excuse me?
I'll say it again.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go last.
You're the quarterback.
All right. I'll give my comparison for
It's
Jack.
your show.
Jack, for me,
We just wide receivers.
Jack, for me, I think your greatest comparison that I can come up with is Joe Ingles on the Jazz. Yeah. I think for me, he kind of he's not out there. He's not the focal point of the Jazz. He gets the job done when you need him. Very reliable. And that's kind of you.
That's a good comparison. I like that one. I didn't think about that. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
So, yeah. See, I'm good at this.
It's your turn, Jingles.
Devin
Oh, God.
reminds me of Chris Paul. Chris Paul came onto the scene in a minor role, showed out in New Orleans, much like Devin's early tenure on this show, but he's really hit his stride and come into full fruition. Devin's a leader. He leads our little players union here, if it were. He rallies the team together and gets us going.
Timeout.
Against the
Timeout.
the Shield. What's up?
There's a players union here?
Yeah.
There's the extra point union I
You
don't know
remember
about?
what happened before the show?
It's all of us against you.
Exactly.
And Devin led the charge, and that's why he's a leader. He's fast-paced. He knows what's up, and that he's kind of goofy too, which is Chris Paul's super goofy.
So in the latter part of his career, everybody's gonna hate him and not want to play with him.
Well, we'll get there.
I'll retire before
He's
they
gonna
get
sign
there.
a massive contract that's untradeable, except for when the Thunder just want to trade another untradeable contract.
All right, Devin, for you, what is Carter? What is Carter's NBA comparison?
Steve Nash. Right? The reason why I say Steve Nash is,
I'm a little surprised by that one.
Older Steve Nash, with Amari Stoudemire, he feeds me all the time. He just give me the pick and roll, and I finish. You know what I'm saying? He's just a conductor of this whole thing. If it wasn't for you, he'll be the conductor. You know what I'm saying? He makes sure we get to point A to point B. When everything is going sideways, he know how to get everybody going. So I would have to say Steve Nash. He's smart. He know everything. We have to worry about him. So I'll go Steve Nash.
All right. You ready, Jared?
Well, Carter, this will determine whether or not
Anthony Bynum.
Wait, you mean Andrew Bynum?
Yeah, Andrew,
I'm about to
my
say,
bad.
first of all,
My
but
bad, Andrew, yeah.
He combined Anthony Bennett and Andrew
That
Bynum
what
into
it
one
was.
person, which would have been a great, just total bust of a player. But I've got you pegged as Kyrie Irving. You've got the talent, but you always want to remind us that it's your show and it's your team. And you ball out sometimes.
I agree.
But you also want to tell us about how it's your show. Just like Kyrie did last night. Hot take here. That's him taking the mic before the game and addressing the crowd the way he did. That is a chess move by Kyrie. While KD's out, KD's not out there. He's trying to win the fans over, win the team over, so it's his team when KD comes back. That's what that was.
Go ahead.
I mean,
I could've-
it's accurate, I guess. Yeah. I don't think I'm very in your face about it's my show. It's our show.
You said that you were the quarterback and I'm your receiver. I run the routes and you throw the ball to me.
Yeah, but
last segment.
we're a team. We're a team.
What kind of?
You're my wide receiver.
You mute my mic all the time for no reason.
That's when you say stupid stuff.
No, that's when I just say things
and
addressing you.
This show doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the viewers.
And you literally fired him about twice since I've been here. So
hey, I think I've got you dead on pegged as Kyrie Irving.
I like mine too, though.
I wasn't expecting mine, to be honest with you.
What you was?
I don't mind it.
I thought I had to think hard on that one.
Well, that being said, let's get into some NBA news. So let's talk about Kyrie.
Okay.
Dropped 50, still lost, broke some records. But, I mean, it's a Nets team that is going to find its stride eventually. Like, the Nets are going to be in the playoffs. We know this.
Do we know this?
Do we?
They're in the East, man.
Do
Who else
we?
there?
Yeah, I mean, they're
It's nobody else in the
East.
East, man. Like, real talk. It's
There's going to be a team under 500 that gets into the playoffs from the East.
the Charlotte Hornets got in under 500 before, and the East is even weaker now. So,
Although, yes, the Charlotte Hornets won last night, but they're going to be the most relevant team in the NBA this year.
most definitely, you got Scary
Because
Terry
they
in front.
sunk $25 million into a guy that scored 0 points last night and broke a finger. But
Solid.
Trash.
Once again, I can walk into the Hornets and get at least a 1 year, maybe $1 million. I'll do it. I'll sit on the bench for $1 million.
all right, if I'm just going to sit here and I'm looking at the Nets without KD, I mean, if you look at the East, you're going to have Sixers and Bucks at the top. We know this.
That's 2.
Celtics are going to be there.
3.
Um,
Now you stretching.
Hey, the Raptors, people forget, yes, they're old, but the Raptors were a good team before Kawhi got there. They'll make the playoffs.
That's 4. I'll give you that one. 4.
All right, who else are we looking at? Pistons will find a way to get the 8 seed, just because they always do.
The Pacers. Yeah, you put the Pacers in there with Oladipo.
Pacers are in there.
Oladipo.
And
That's
then
6.
all you need is like 2 teams to emerge,
2.
which
And you telling me a Kyrie led Nets? Exactly. You're gonna
the
get a
East
Nets.
is so. I mean, the Heat with Jimmy Butler,
Jimmy
the
Butler.
Heat and Hero,
And the Nets.
will figure out a way to make the playoffs.
The Nets gonna get that last.
Oh, I thought you said the Knicks, and I was like,
Oh no! Oh
What?
no!
If
I
the
wouldn't-
Knicks somehow
Okay,
make
okay,
the
okay.
playoffs,
Dare
I
say
eat
that.
Okay.
my shoe.
looking at it again, the Nets will be the 7 or the 8 seed,
Okay, there we go. I can take it.
and then they'll get bounced in the first round,
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
pretty handily, like in 4 or 5 games.
Speaking of like on Kyrie though, last night was just special. Like even the last play of the game, this dude went left. A dude went over his head. He fell and still got the shot up. Like it. That was the best fit. I changed my whole MVP thing because of that. LeBron certainly disappointed me. We went to LA. I got out there. LeBron took me to a penthouse first, and we were sitting there chilling, watching the game with the Pelicans.
This is that
Wait,
that thing where
no, time out. Hold up. You were chilling with LeBron watching the game
Yeah.
while he was playing?
No, we watched the Pelicans. Did you not see the game before?
No. Look, I'm trying to follow this as best as I can.
I just
okay?
said it. I said we watched the Pelicans game.
No, you
and
just said we watched the game.
If he playing, what game we gonna watch?
Devin, with you, I don't know.
Oh my. Okay, yeah, we were watching the Pelicans game, right? We went to the stadium. I was like, LeBron, hey man, I need 36, 15, and 12. He didn't even do that. He had 18, 7, and 6. And I was so disappointed. I ain't even go to the game. I ain't go to the penthouse after the game. So I just came on home. So Kyrie is my new MVP. Dropped 50.
I think it's going to be growing pains early with this Lakers team while they figure themselves out. They're really big.
For real.
The role players around AD and LeBron right now are really bad. And in the late third quarter into the fourth quarter, there was no movement at all. It was bad. Like Danny Green played the greatest Danny Green game of all time, and they still couldn't hang because, I mean, he was the only player on offense that was moving, finding space, getting shots up, making shots. I mean, for a while, LeBron goes to the bench and they go on a 15-0 run while LeBron's out.
And then KCP, your starting 2 guard, has 0 points.
He's bad
With 5 fouls. And I would definitely have to give you this,
He
though.
played 2 months a couple years ago where he was on. He would wear an ankle bracelet or he was arrested. He would leave jail, come to the arena, play,
And
then go back to jail. Like he
Solid.
was only allowed to come to the arena and play.
That's what I do for the show.
And I would definitely give you your props on that. Kawhi Leonard does like an early MVP, but I just don't think he's gonna play enough games. That man really put on, like really did.
Yeah, I know Kawhi has the whole rest thing, but I think here's the thing with the NBA, your MVP is most likely going to be on a top 3 team that's a finals candidate, and you just got to be the best player on it.
Usually.
So the Clippers are probably going to end up being the best team in the NBA. Kawhi is going to be one of the top guys on the team. He will be in the MVP running.
So hang on, are you saying that the Clippers are going to be the 1 seed coming out of the West?
No.
Yes.
I disagree with you there.
Because you said growing pains for the Lakers.
Denver
I think
Nuggets.
the Rockets will have some growing pains as well.
You got the Denver Nuggets, Utah Jazz. They need home court.
I think the Clippers are going to be the 4 seed.
They need home
the
court.
4 seed?
Yeah.
Behind
the Jazz, behind the Nuggets.
Rockets.
And watch, the Rockets are going to be a great regular season team. They're not going to do anything in the playoffs. But they have a real shot to win the West. A real shot to win the West.
Because you think about it, James Harden put them up to 3 by himself.
Okay, you're without Paul George for an undetermined amount of time right now. And so you're going to lose games during that. And then Kawhi's going to load management every whatever it is, and he's probably not going to play 17 games during this regular season.
And then if you think about it, just thinking like between the LA Lakers and the Clippers, that game was so emotional. You know, it's not going to be like that every night. That was a playoff setting game.
Yes, it was.
That atmosphere was, I wasn't even there. Well, I was there, but I wasn't there. And it was amazing. Like I just have to really just say, like, it's not going to be like that every night. They're going to be some nights where they got to go to Denver. Denver is going to be hyped. And it's going to be some days they're going to lose. So I really have to say Denver. Like you said, the Denver Nuggets, I think, going to win the West. Or either the Rockets, because with Westbrook and you got to see Westbrook and James Harden every night. You don't want to see that. Because Westbrook giving 100% and James Harden you can't guard. So they're going to win games by default.
The Rockets, nobody realizes how good of a regular season team they're going to be. Now, when they get to the postseason, they're going to get absolutely dominated. But in the regular season, they're going to be great. And then with this Clippers team, I mean, they're an injury to Kawhi from
being
in trouble.
Being
in real trouble.
There's
and
2 great games tonight, I just realized.
Yeah.
Bucks, Rockets, Clippers, Warriors.
That Clippers Warriors going to be done. They're not going to do anything. The Clippers are going to dominate the Warriors.
Oh.
The reason why I say that Patrick Beverly is not going to
play tonight, so you get that.
The Hawks play tonight. I'm so excited.
Who we play? Who y'all play?
Who we play?
Who y'all play?
Detroit.
Dub.
Oh yeah.
But
Pistons are 1-point favorites. I'm just looking at it right now.
You hit your head on the mic.
Yeah.
All right.
They might.
Hey, but this Rockets-Bucks game is going to be the most entertaining game of the night.
It will be.
Who you got?
Well, wait. Before we do that, we got to go to break.
Okay.
And then when we come back, we're going to talk some NBA some more. And Devin has something written up for us that he'll have to recite. Yeah, something like that. Here on the show. You're watching and listening to The Extra Point here on WEGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up. See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
So you're giving up? Just like that?
Giving up on what?
On getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
Don't you think if there were a billionaire in the family, we'd know about it by now?
Listen to me. We are one phone call away from riding horses on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look, everyone's got a rich uncle somewhere. It's statistics. So the best thing you can do is just prepare for the inevitable.
Right, which is why I thought maybe it would be smart to take control of my finances. You know, start using a budget, get out of debt, set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth. Retirement shouldn't be a goal for us. It should be a way of life.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than this.
Welcome back to the Extra Point here on WGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV. Joining me in the studio is Carter Burt, Devin Foreman, and Jack Hart. Devin, you got something for us, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me stop the music for a second. Let me restart it for you when you start talking.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give you a little bit of background music. You ready?
I need something to, do I need to set this? Do I need to let them know, the people that wasn't
I
there?
mean, sure, you might as well.
All right, you guys. Tuesday I had shot my shot, and I was supposed to have a poem today that was the answer that she gave me, and I think I'm ready. Don't judge my poetry.
You ready?
I'm not amazing.
All right.
Let's go.
Whenever you're ready, Devin.
All right, here we go.
Let the heart say what it wants to say.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, and go. Nervous wasn't the word. I shot my shot in front of the world. I waited all day for you to say yes, so the Wiggle Squad will all scream yay. At 1:46, she said, Devin, you really want your answer. Listen at your own risk. She said the ball is going round and round, up and down, but I don't know if it's going in, though. So I guess my ball is like Kawhi Leonard shot in Game 7 in Toronto. So I technically don't know if it's a yes or no, but if it snowed this Christmas, she will be under my arms enjoying milk and cookies on the floor. I'm truly blessed to say that she said yes, yes, yes.
Attaboy, Devin. That's how we do
things.
On the Extra Point.
This is just something that you don't get at any other show here at
let's
Weagle.
go,
You really don't. I'm gonna let the song keep playing. This is.
Hey, man. Y'all guys understand. I was like so nervous. Y'all didn't understand.
Oh no, we knew. We saw.
And you know what she did? She sent a little gif of Nick Young, when he shot the 3, and it it was going in, and then he turned around like that.
Well, the first
I was
thing
like,
she
oh my
said-
God.
Wait, so is that a no?
I was petrified. So then she called me, and she was like, hey, I was just playing, talk.
Okay.
All right.
So
All right.
It was a yes, you guys. Hey, I hope it snowed this Christmas so it can go like I said.
I think you forgot where you live.
But it's been cold, though. Prayerfully. Let's pray.
Hang on. How many Auburn winners have you been a part of?
Well, I've been living here almost all my life.
And it snowed like once ever.
I remember 2, maybe 2.
It was 2.
I missed the second one. There was that time that we canceled class because we was going to snow and it didn't snow.
After my middle school was hit by a tornado, it snowed the next day. It was fun times.
Yeah, so.
But
it's a special moment for me. God gonna shoot down the snow. Snow.
That being said, let's get into games tonight. There's Atlanta, Detroit. Jack, I don't know if you have any comments about Atlanta playing in Detroit tonight.
Very excited about it. Excited to see the young guys. They've been working hard all off season. Trae Young been tweeting a lot. I'm ready to see him keep going.
Does Trae Young have a TikTok?
No, not that I've seen. I'm sure I would have seen it. If Drew Brees can make a TikTok, I'm sure Trae Young can make one.
All right. So let's get into Milwaukee, Houston. This could be I don't want to get ahead of myself, but could this be a potential finals matchup that we're seeing for the first time right here?
You might see the Bulls.
Hang on. Wait, we're saying the Rockets are making the finals? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying you don't know what's going to happen in the West these days. With the Warriors coming down off their pedestal.
Put it on the whiteboard. The Rockets getting bounced in the first round.
We ain't got that.
We have it. You just won't put it up.
No, put it in your brain. That's not gonna happen.
Rockets are not. Heck no. They ain't better than the Lakers. They ain't better than the Jazz. They ain't better than the Nuggets. They ain't better than the Clippers.
I'm just saying you don't know how this thing's gonna progress. For me,
I think we do know how this team's gonna progress because you have the two stars of the Rockets. One of them disappears in the playoffs every year. The other plays so hard in the regular season that by the time he gets to the playoffs, he's exhausted. They're getting bounced in the first round.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
They,
it depends.
they might win 60 games in the regular season.
It depends.
It doesn't
though.
matter.
It depends though if what the seeding though. It really does. Because if you mess around and get like San Antonio first, and you know they're gonna be a top seed, so if San Antonio get like that 6th seed or 7th, and you talking about them being like 2nd, they might get It depends on the seeding. It really does. Because if they get 4th, it's over. Because they're gonna have to play like the Lakers, and that's over. So it just depends on who you play for the West exactly. But they're definitely not getting past the 2nd round for sure. That's dead.
The West is an open run for me. It's a Wild West out there.
I think we have an idea of who potentially could make the Western Conference Finals, and it's not the Rockets.
I'm praying that it both LA.
It's just
teams.
not.
If it's both LA teams, oh my God.
Well, that being said,
Crazy.
Milwaukee, Houston tonight, Antetokounmpo versus Harden and Westbrook. But then tonight, 9:30, so you got to stay up late for this one. Clippers, Warriors. And it should be a lot of fun. For Warriors fans, a little bit bittersweet because they know when Steph hits that court, there's going to be no Splash Brother next to him. There's no Klay Thompson.
D'Angelo Russell.
Splash Stepbrother, sure. D'Angelo Russell.
Stepbrother.
And they may not see Klay this year.
Can I go and say something about that?
Yes.
I really think that's just him saying that just to calm down the expectations for him. I really think Klay coming back. I just don't really see. I don't see him. If they in the running for it, if they in the running like 6 seed, 7 seed, he gonna come back. Now if they out of it, he's not coming.
Now I would say
that's just mine.
I will say this.
I disagree.
If they're in the running for it and Klay wants to come back, but they're worried about his injury, I don't want to come back because I don't want to see him tear it again.
So what's going to happen is they're going to be a fringe playoff team. And why would you bring him back just to get bounced in the first round by the 1 or 2 seed?
But if they say, look, so let me just say this. Let me ask you a question. If you got Steph and Klay at 80%, you don't think they can beat the Denver Nuggets?
No. In this scenario right now, no.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Because they don't have backcourt defense.
If
Steph's
Klay
not
come
a good
back,
defender.
if Klay come back,
I mean, he's going to have to play the 3 next to D'Angelo Russell.
they're going to have to figure something out. D-Rose going to have to figure something out. Like, he going to do something. Somebody got to do something. I still think Curry is too great.
Who plays center for him?
What did name do they played at the College-Stein? Willie College-Stein.
Willie Cauley-Stein?
Isn't he one of the worst defensive centers in all of the NBA?
You know, we said the same thing about JaVale McGee. It's okay. You know, we just need. All we need you to do is catch Alice.
Whoa! Are you about to say that JaVale McGee's a good player and he's a good defender?
No, JaVale do what he's supposed to do.
McGee's not good.
He's supposed to do what he's supposed to do. Why he starting for the Lakers? He's starting for
because
LeBron.
the Lakers centers are bad.
He's
They
starting for
stink.
LeBron. He's starting for LeBron. You gotta be loved if you're starting for LeBron. You gotta be loved and you gotta be good.
We just talked about how KCP started and scored 0 points and get a first game.
Well, KCP is with.
They don't have a point guard.
LeBron's
LeBron's playing. Oh my god!
That's because Rondo is hurt. Rondo is hurt. When Rondo come back, it's gonna be fine.
Rondo is old and bad.
Playoff Rondo, really?
We're talking about this is second game of the year, Rondo.
Man,
not
Rondo
playoff
gonna
Rondo.
be straight. Rondo gonna be straight. We don't get in for the playoff. We ain't studying regular season for real.
Are we all good?
I'm just saying.
Hang on.
If you think the Warriors gonna lose to the Nuggets and that's with Steph Curry and
He
Klay,
just said
that's dead.
if you start for LeBron, that means you're good.
You're good.
LeBron's taking 2 trash teams to the finals where they wouldn't start for any other playoff team.
Hold up. Let me go and say this right here.
He took a team where the second best player was Mo freaking Williams to the finals.
Don't talk about Mo buckets like that.
Mo was trash. That was a garbage take.
Mo with fire, bro. Like they fired what they supposed to do.
Mo my dog. Don't talk about him like that.
Everybody can't be a megastar, man. These dudes are good.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
7'2". Well, I told you what.
I don't care how tall he is.
He was a
still
beast.
terrible.
Cardi, you dug
He was
deep for
good
that
at
one.
everything. He sure did. He was.
I forgot about him.
He was great at what he's supposed to do, man. I'm saying they good.
What is he
at
supposed to do? Stand there and be 7'2"?
Yeah, that's all we need.
I mean, yeah, just
that's all we need. That's all we need. That's all we need.
What about Anderson Varejao? I mean, yeah, we're talking about that's real superstars here.
He had heart. All right, he had heart.
That's all you need.
Competed. He
Just like
competed
Pitt.
every night. That's all we need.
Just like Pitt.
He competed every night. Every player that played with LeBron, they might not be superstars, right? They might not be superstars, but they was good at what they was supposed to be good at.
Guys, we gotta.
So JaVale McGee is the best center for the Lakers. We don't got nobody else.
No, because your best center's playing power forward.
We don't want him playing center.
You're gonna have to when you're third. When LeBron's playing power forward.
All right.
You have AD playing power forward, and then you're about to have Kuzma come back who plays power forward.
They're gonna have Rondo
you
at the
can't
one.
have 3 power forwards on the court. Somebody's got to play center. Somebody's got to play.
This
the
is a
three.
positionless
Wait,
basketball, man. Because nobody will not stop us. I promise y'all that. Right
Devin,
now.
you have to be somewhere in 3 minutes. I don't know if you've noticed that.
He said
I
he's
said I'm
staying for the whole show.
You're staying for the whole.
Yeah.
When did you say that?
He said the bullpen when you weren't in there.
Well, that explains that. All right. Well, that being said, we got to head to the top of the hour break. And when we come back, we'll try not to kill each other. Yeah. So with that being said, fireworks galore. You'll see it outside the break. You're watching and listening to Extra Point here on WGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV.
Heart speed goes zoom, 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 zoom. My feet go boom, boom, boom. Walking away from you.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I improved my credit score.
You're kidding, right?
No.
How are we supposed to be the bad boys of electro synth pop if you're out there being responsible? The band is about to be discovered. This is our year.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while now.
You think anyone in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was worried about their credit score?
I never really thought that
Of course they weren't. Rock stars aren't supposed to think about that kind of stuff. We're supposed to think about how many guitars we've smashed, write aggressively sensitive power ballads, start questionable fashion trends, tragically break up and blame creative differences.
All right. I thought maybe it was time to take control of my finances, you know? Start using a budget, get out of debt, set some goals.
A budget? Debt? Set some goals? Listen, I knew that we'd have our creative differences, but I was hoping they'd involve a little more scandal.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
The following is the production of WGL 91.1 FM.
That ball is gone. It's a walk-off home run for Stephen Williams.
WGL Sports,
The Tigers are headed to the College World Series.
where every
Did the Auburn Tigers walk off with a 12-4 victory?
game
There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back.
lives.
I've tasted blood and it is sweet.
Welcome back to the Extra Point here on WGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV. Having some fun in the studio. We are. No, because you didn't let me finish. I was going to introduce you. Well, joining me in the studio is Carter Bird. Your mic is now on. Devin Foreman and Jack Hart.
Man, we are all over this.
We are, and there's still 1 hour to go.
And it's been great.
So we want to
Devin
bring
and I
up.
just screamed at each other for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and me and Jack sat there like. It's like when you've seen the two kids in the back of the car while the parents are arguing. That you're kind of just sitting there on the Game Boy. That was that. That was me and Jack
Wait,
sitting
so
there.
in the scenario on your show where you're Kyrie Irving, you're now the kids and we're the parents running the show?
And we the wide receivers that just run.
Just for that segment, I'm back. So stay in your lane.
Jared's back in the driver's seat.
Yeah. So,
Man.
here's a play call, boys. This is where we're going.
God.
We're going to go Simone Biles and her backflip.
For a whole segment?
No. Don't look stupid to you?
I mean,
No. Any
Kyrie
thoughts about
Irving
it?
is a flat earther, so
Hey, there's no evidence against it. No, the earth is round. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But she threw out the first pitch of game 2 with flair. Nice backflip. And then threw a nice little,
stepped with the wrong foot.
Really?
She did. She stepped with her right and threw with her right. It was
Inexcusable.
It's a tough look.
You hate to see it. Some other
Greatest American gymnast of all time.
So-
Wait a
Greatest
minute
gymnast of
before
all
we
time.
jump off that. Can we just stop before we jump off that?
Oh goodness.
Like, my God. Did you not see that?
the backflip? Yeah, I saw it.
No, not the backflip.
Oh.
Man, she do that all the time. Just her. In general, like her.
Devin, you may want to stop.
Oh goodness.
Like, my God.
Uh,
that jersey on.
all
too.
right.
Devin.
Let's just be glad we weren't doing this show during the World Cup because we might have gotten the same out of Carter.
Hey man.
Yeah, Alex Morgan's having a baby. Good for her. Good for her. Some other news. Hey, have you
Segments turned into garbage.
have you seen this video about World Chase Tag? There's this complex they set up with all these obstacles and two guys run around trying to tag each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. We should do that.
In here, right? Set up obstacles. Do it in the studio.
Let's go.
Let's not.
I'm down for whatever.
Britt would fire you.
It's going to be your fault. I'm going to fire you.
So there's that. There's also, the Conor McGregor news that he'll be back at Octagon January 18th. I'm just going top headlines right now. We're going top headlines. We're just rapid firing. Let's go.
Let's go.
Conor McGregor says he's going to be back in Octagon January 18th, 2020.
He's done.
To be determined who his opponent is.
Wait, what?
He's done.
He just said he's going to be back in January 2020. He's done. It's over.
Maybe he's saying
he's retiring again.
No, he's coming back, but he's done.
Maybe he's saying he's washed up.
He's done.
Because I didn't, like I told you earlier before the show, I didn't realize.
How do we know if he's washed up if he hasn't fought in the MMA besides the greatest MMA fighter ever in like 5 years?
I mean,
he has one MMA fight in the last 5 years.
I didn't realize how long it's been since he won a match.
Because he retired and then he came out of retirement to fight Floyd Mayweather, where he was at a huge disadvantage there.
Which I bought
he
that
lost.
pay-per-view.
And then he came back to the Octagon and fought Khabib, who literally nobody on earth can beat him. He wrestles bears for practice. And
Do you not?
And he has a fitness thing where he gets in a icy cold Russian river and swims upstream for 20 minutes until they tell him to get out.
That's what I do before the show.
That's hard, man.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's why he's unbelievable.
Jerry, you should find you a pre-game thing, something like that.
You don't see some of the stuff I do before the show?
What you do?
Carter's always slapping myself yesterday.
He said yesterday before he went to go teach his class he needed some smelling salts.
I did say that. I did say that. I don't have any. Okay. Check my pockets. I ain't got nothing.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we all have our pregame ritual, so to speak. I think we've all, sans Jack, played a sport in high school, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Jack, did you play a sport in high school?
No, I did not.
No. But I think all three of us played a sport in high school, and we probably all had some sort of ritual.
Yeah.
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 You want to?
Carter,
Is going to say ours?
Carter, what was your ritual?
I had a stretching routine that I would do on the field. I would long toss. I'd put my headphones in. I'd go to the batting cage. I'd play the same playlist, and then I'd tape up my wrists and play.
What was the best song of that playlist?
Oh, I can't remember at all. It's been like 40 years since I played that playlist.
Fair. Devin, what about you?
For basketball, I would say I had mine. I would do like a pregame, like stretches and stuff like that when you're warming up. I just leave and go like to the middle court, and then I just write my grandmother's name on there, and then just slide my feet across it. And then after that, I'll go to the opponent's cheerleaders and just wave. And then go back and dance time to play.
Devin, this is a great time to bring up that Weagle has a basketball team we put together every year.
Oh, man, yeah, bro. I would love to. I'm telling you, I'm doing my
you
pregame.
are very welcome to join the squad.
Yeah, I would do my pregame thing. I'm going to wave. I have to wave, though. If I don't, I'm going to
I don't think there's any cheerleaders at intramural games, but we can figure out something.
Okay. Just figure something out.
Jack is the head coach. You're head coach, by the way.
That's right. I run rotations.
Jack, just put me at the point guard, but we're going to be okay.
You got it.
So, that being said.
What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I just stood there.
What sport you play?
In high school, I played football.
What position?
I was left guard on offense, and on defense, I was 3-tech.
Okay. Big fella.
I didn't play very long because in 10th grade, I went from playing football to being in sports news. I made that decision, and that's where I'm at now.
Oh, I definitely don't blame you. I quit football because of a hit. I
quit playing football to focus on baseball.
The dude hit me so hard, man. I didn't feel it, but I
played
heard
the 5, by the way.
You played the 5. Man, go, man.
Too bad. I didn't realize you were graduating this winter.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Congrats, dude. Congrats.
I didn't know that. I don't think Jack knew that either.
No.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
You made Jack
man.
sad.
In a little, 6 weeks probably.
Finally get rid of you.
Well, I'll still be around. I can still come be on your show if you want me to.
If he leave, I leave.
Excuse me? Is this the Players Union you told me about?
Let's go.
Excuse me?
If he leaves, I leave.
Granted, 2 years ago. I mean, Devin, think about it like this. There's a timeline where we never meet because I graduated and left.
Yeah.
There's a timeline where me and you never meet.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all because I came back to grad school that we've met.
Exactly.
There wouldn't have been the Extra Point crew of last spring with me, you, Jack, and Jacob.
Carter, there's no Jared Dillard without Carter Bird next to him.
Hey, same bud.
That's great, man.
That was the most
I'm loving this
camaraderie
energy,
you and I have ever had on the show.
Ah, shut up.
But I'm gonna be dead serious with you. You think I'm playing? If he leaves, I'm leaving. Just to bring you back, the world.
Are you asking me to go and get him to fail a couple classes?
No, I'm just saying he's gonna still be around, so you make sure my guy's here. Because I came in with him, you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty
he's
sure
Steve Nash. I'm Amari Stoudemire. I just told you that, so I just can't do it.
Okay. With that being said, some other stuff going on in the world of sports. Let's see what we have on the docket. I don't really have anything else.
PJ Washington balls it out.
He did 7 threes.
7 threes in a debut,
which is a NBA record. So PJ Washington, guys, maybe the Hornets aren't bad.
You shut your mouth.
You know what?
You can't rely on PJ Washington to hit 7 threes and you to win against the Bulls by 1 point.
I mean,
he's gonna have to hit 10 threes a game if they want to beat a half decent team.
And 13 to win versus the Clippers.
All right, let's do it then. PJ Washington gonna go off.
PJ Washington, rookie of the year.
Penciled in.
Potential MVP if he's hitting 10 threes a game.
They averaging 30.
Yeah, I mean he's giving James Harden a run for his money.
So Hornets did get a big win. So good for them. And they lost their most expensive player to a broken finger for day to day. We'll see how he does with that. But
the roster's so bad.
It is bad. The Hornets roster.
They pay so much money for so little talent. It's
That's like the Wizards too. The Wizards the same way. They just got
Bradley
Bradley
at least
Beal.
they have John Wall and Bradley Beal, who you can at least make an argument are pretty good to really good in Bradley Beal's case, NBA players. You look at the Hornets, you're like, this is a pile of garbage.
Who they got? You got Malik Monk. You have Scary Terry Rozier.
Who is, you might get me to say he's above average.
I think he tried to be too much. After he had that good little playoff run, I don't think he ready to be no starter.
He's no JaVale McGee.
Well, He's their second highest paid player.
That's tough.
You shut your mouth before we go on that rant.
What'd you
again.
say? What'd you say about JaVale?
He's no JaVale McGee. You know, JaVale McGee.
I know, because JaVale McGee.
That's a dog.
Better, way better.
That's a dog right there.
Did you not see when he faked his injury? Got back in
the
and dunked it.
preseason.
Let's go,
You
JaVale.
save that card and you play it in the regular season when it matters. That was so garbage.
Who would you take? JaVale or Scary Terry?
At least Scary Terry's not 35.
I mean, just based on nickname alone, I want Scary Terry. But is he scary because he's good, or is he scary because if he has the ball in his hand with 10 seconds to go, I'm having a heart attack?
Terry is 25. How old is JaVale?
He easy 33, 32. I give him about 32.
33.
He's 33?
I don't know. Off the top of my head.
32.
31.
Oh, so he's not that old.
Okay.
But he's a big man. Big men age faster. It's just facts.
Well, the thing about it is all we need him to do is defend the rim, catch alleys. So he's going to be fine.
Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get to our break. That way, when we come back, we have a little bit more time.
He's scared to
Yes.
What can Scary Terry do over there?
He can dribble, pass, probably give me 15 a game.
JaVale giving you 12 off rip, all putbacks. That ain't gonna that little lucky hook shot he be giving out too.
We are going to go take a break, and then we're going to college football, and we're going to get away from the NBA, because apparently this crew cannot talk about NBA without yelling at each other.
Go Kyrie and LeBron.
Thank you. With that being said, let's head to break. When we come back, we have college football. You're watching and listening to Extra Point here on WGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV.
When I shoot my shot, that shit wetty like on Shaq. See the shots that I took, wet like on Book, wet like on Lizzie. I be spinning.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Gladiator, 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 to fight with the gods, I'm the giant slayer.
If you want some college football, you can get it tonight as number 16 SMU travels to Houston for a clash. That's pretty much it. That's all you get tonight for college football. But welcome back to Extra Point here on WGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV. Hello, everybody. Jared Dillard, and joining me in the studio, Carter Bird, Devin Foreman, and Jack Hart for the next 45 minutes. It's college football. Let's get to the top storylines and headlines the next 15 minutes, and in the last 30 minutes, it's all about that college football pick'em. Boys, we got some catching up to do. So with that being said, let's get into some headlines. Let's go with. Wait a minute, something came through. What is this? LSU booster gets 33 months in prison for embezzlement. Let's see. From Mark Slaybach, came in at 10-17. So right after the show pretty much started, a Louisiana man who pleaded guilty to embezzling more than $500,000 from a hospital foundation and giving some of the stolen money to parents of 2 former LSU players was sentenced to federal prison Thursday. Well, let's get away from that. That's not good. Let's go to Jack. You said something happened on Feinbaum yesterday?
I mean, if you want to call this news, let me tell you how high the Auburn fan levels are this week as we get ready for LSU. There was discussions of Urban Meyer to Auburn. That's where we are as an Auburn fan base as we prepare for the LSU game this weekend. That's the levels of barn we're reaching as an Auburn fan base.
There is literally no shot on earth that Urban Meyer's the head coach at Auburn.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't even know who comes up with that because that's not a thing. There's not rumors there because Urban Meyer's going to be the next head coach at USC. Put it on the whiteboard.
Put it on the board. So
put it on the whiteboard.
I ain't got that. So Michigan, that's thrown out. That's in the garbage. Those Urban Meyer to USC rumors.
Rumors start. Things happen. You got to start it with just a single quote.
A single
now
quote?
He might think about it. Just saying.
So he's thinking.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think Auburn wants Urban Meyer.
I don't think so.
It's just like all those rumors of Auburn getting Art Briles all that time ago after the Baylor stuff happened. And Auburn was just like, no.
Yeah, if we wouldn't, I mean, this is just, there's no chance. I mean, there are very powerful people at Auburn that will not allow that to happen. Starting with our AD.
Won't allow Urban
Meyer.
Won't allow Urban Meyer to be a head coach at Auburn.
Yes. Or Art Briles, or Bobby Petrino. I mean, pick your favorite name.
I forgot about Bobby Petrino. I really did.
Yeah, Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Let's see some other stuff happening in college football. There's some decent games. One that kind of lost a little bit of luster: Wisconsin and Ohio State. Either Auburn's line was bad. Ohio State's a 14.5-point favorite at home. Auburn's line at least went back down to 11. There's that. Progress.
The over-under is still at 58.5, which is a joke.
You think it's a joke?
Yes. Much like I've said about several other big Auburn games this year. Well, even though we landed on the over-under number in, we hit it by a point in Florida, but that was a more flukish thing where if Auburn doesn't throw 3 interceptions, the under hits by a mile. But there's not going to be in the rain on Saturday in Baton Rouge. You think LSU's going to put up what 35 and Auburn's going to put 24?
Yeah,
that's exactly what they're expecting.
I don't mean to trample on it, but everybody keeps bringing up this rain thing. Like nobody's ever played in the rain before, just because of what happened with Georgia, Kentucky last week.
No, that's not why I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it because it affects the passing game, and they're not going to be able to run on Auburn's front.
I mean, yeah, it affects the passing.
And Auburn already can't really pass that well on the road, apparently.
Does it affect the passing game? Sure. I don't think it's going to affect it as much as people think it's going to affect it. I mean, LSU's just a straight-up good passing team. If LSU goes from great to good, that still gives me nightmares about Auburn's secondary. Which we know
Auburn's secondary is one of the best open field tackling secondaries in the country.
Oh, that's not what I'm not worried about open field tackling.
And that's where LSU makes their bread is they catch the ball, they make you miss, they take it to the house. Well, if Auburn's tackling, you're not going to take it to the house at the rate that they have.
Look, the last time I remember Auburn trying to do an open field tackle against LSU.
Yeah, okay.
Homeboy got flung into the stands.
Yeah, it's because you're going against a guy who runs a 4.4, sub 4.4 40, who's 225 pounds, one of the best college running backs in the last 10, 15 years. If he stays healthy in his last season at LSU, I mean, he wins the Heisman because he already had 1,000 yards through 6 games. But
who are you referring to?
Fournette.
Well, yeah.
And then you had a safety, Trey Matthews, who had a shoulder injury and wanted to go high to try to protect his shoulders, but you can't do against Fournette.
Exactly. And you got to understand, I know Trigger Trey personally. That's what he said. He was, he had surgery up here. He didn't really want to injure it more. So
he just
do you know him personally? Yes. I did a personal interview on my high school show, TNT Thursday Night Talk. I will show you the link.
Okay. No, because after you saying you flew with LeBron to L.A.
I'm being dead serious about this. I'm being dead serious.
Okay. I just need confirmation on some stuff.
One is flying with LeBron to L.A. in hypothetical world, and the other is Trey Matthews. I'm not sure those two are on the same level of
possibility,
celebrity status.
Actually, did Trey Matthews get drafted in XFL? Is that a thing?
No.
Where's he at?
Last I saw,
I don't think he's in the XFL draft.
I think he's on somebody's practice squad. In the
He's
NFL.
working out.
Okay.
Trey Matthews.
Let me find that for you.
Is a Minnesota Vikings safety.
That's good. He's on a good team. He plays tonight.
Trigger Trey. Let's go.
Here's some news coming into the studio. New Mexico senior quarterback Sherion Jones has been suspended indefinitely amid an allegation of indecent exposure.
Yeah, I saw that headline. I figured that we'd be mentioning it. Just because it's there. I mean, it's not a great look when your quarterback's doing these things.
It's not It's not great.
Shades of Jameis standing on a table.
Oh, and yeah.
And yelling inappropriate things.
And look where he's at now. Are you starting Jameis in fantasy this week?
I mean, I dropped Andy Dalton, so yeah.
Wait, who's your other quarterback?
I don't have one.
Ooh, that's bold.
Jameis is off his bye. We're just gonna roll with it.
You're sticking with them. That's your quarterback.
Picked up Mark Walton because I'm expecting Kenyon Drake to get traded by Tuesday.
Okay.
Which means Mark Walton is the guy. And we'll see how it goes.
Some other things going on in college football. We do know that in a couple of weeks, the first college football playoff poll will be coming out. Where everybody lands, we don't know. Who are your current favorites to be in the top 4 right now?
Ohio State, Alabama, LSU. I mean, it's going to be Clemson. It shouldn't be Clemson, but it's going to be Clemson.
Okay. Who do you think it should be?
I think OU has shown more to this point in the season. Because OU's offense, yes, it's laboring a little bit more. It's putting up similar production. It's not as effortless, but the defense showed up and looked a lot better than any OU defense I've seen in a while against Texas.
Devin, who would your top 4 be if the poll came out right now?
Oh, number 1, it'd have to be number 1 LSU, 2 Bama, 3 Ohio State, and I'll have to go with OU. 4, 5 would be Penn State, 6 would be Clemson. I don't like.
I mean, if we're gonna be fair, Penn State does have more ranked wins than.
I don't like. I just don't like
does.
Clemson. I just it's just personal.
Penn State's gonna get exposed.
Against who?
Ohio State.
Yeah, they already played Pitt. That can't happen.
And they were almost exposed. They will lose to Ohio State. And Ohio State will handle them pretty
If you
easily.
lose to Ohio State, like, hey, that's just a quality loss. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, just ask Cincinnati.
It depends on how you lose, though.
Oh, number 18, they're Cincinnati. They're moving on up.
Their only losses to Ohio State.
By 50.
Yeah, I mean, when Penn State loses to Ohio State, their path to the Big Ten championship is over, and that's the only way they're getting in the playoffs. So, yeah, things do not look good for Penn State.
Jack, your top.
Penn State's not good enough to run with Ohio State.
Yeah,
they just aren't.
Jack, your top 4.
I'll say Bama, Ohio State, LSU, OU. I do think Clemson is going to trip up at some point. I think they got away with it last year, and they will not this year.
I'm going LSU, Ohio State, Alabama, and Oklahoma in that order. I'm going to stand by LSU, Ohio State National Championship. I think everybody will love to see that. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, good game between great offenses and some solid defenses. Yeah.
My personal game that I would love is like Jalen versus like Alabama. That would be like.
He wants Oklahoma versus Alabama. Yeah.
That'd be so.
I mean, and
that
the
would
way
be special. And I bet right now, the whole house my boy Jalen gonna put on for the city.
Or he's a double agent and he sabotages Oklahoma and he gets another ring from Alabama.
Well, that being said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to head to our commercial break, and we come back, we'll get into Pick'em. It's that time of the week that's a lot of fun. We didn't go undefeated last week, but we'll try to do it one more time. You're watching and listening to Extra Point here on WGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Here trying to start a fight. Who in here trying to start a fight?
Welcome back to the Extra Point here on WGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV. Hello, everybody. Jared Dillett joined by Carter Bird, Devin Foreman, and Jack Hart. It's that time of the week. It's Pick'em. Jack, updated standings. Hit them with us.
Jared, here are the standings. You're in the lead, 53 and 27. Carter, you're 51 and 29. I'm 46 and 34. So that's that.
You're only 12 games up right now?
What's that? Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother.
Jared's only 19 games up. So just putting just putting things in
That's
perspective.
7 games.
And where are we standing with the Plainsmen right now?
Right now with the Plainsmen, we are 5 games back. They
Made
are
up a game because your total was off last week.
Well,
Based on the total you said publicly on the show, we were 6 games back. Now we're 5 games back, even though we technically lost ground.
Look, I ain't good at math. We've already come to that conclusion. So, once again, we're still looking for that first 10-0 of the season. Somebody got to do it. So, buckle down, boys. Devin went 5-5 last week. He's looking to go undefeated as well. We'll get into it. First, we'll go myself, then Carter, Jack, and then Devin will round it out for us on the Pick'em. Jack, give us the first game.
Oh, gosh.
In a team that has been on this Pick'em more than Auburn, it seems like, Tulane versus Navy in an American showdown.
That's not what I thought we were going with the first one.
Yeah, I thought we were bringing up a team from the Northeast. Navy versus Tulane. Navy at home. Navy's taking care of business all throughout the season. Tulane coming off a tough loss against Memphis. Got to go on the road again. And speaking of rushing attack, Tulane giving up 267 yards per game on the ground. Give me Navy. Go Navy.
We've already seen this game. We've seen this exact game already this year. Tulane goes on the road to Army, 3.5-point dog, and crushes them. Tulane by a mile.
Jack?
Yeah, Navy's scoring a lot of points, but they're also giving up a lot of points to not very good offenses. And I think, Tulane is just going to be too fast, going to spread Navy
and
out.
Be fired up bounce back game.
And take them to task here. I mean, Navy coming off a big win, beating South Florida 35-3. So I think it could be a little bit of a hangover sleeper game for Navy. I will take Tulane on the road.
Devin?
Navy.
Go Navy.
Hey, when they played earlier this year, when Tulane went on the road and played a military academy that runs a triple option, it's 3.5-point dogs. They won 42-33. It's going to happen again.
Well, you are forgetting one thing about Army, though.
I mean, did Tulane lose last week?
Last week they did.
Yeah,
they got hammered by Memphis.
And I picked Tulane. No, Navy.
You're forgetting to realize that Army is not good this year. They lost the last 3 to Tulane, Western Kentucky 17-8, and then they lost to Georgia State 28-21. They're not good.
Georgia State's good.
Put some respect.
Not worried about it.
Georgia State. Navy.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm going Navy. Jack, what's the next game?
Oh, goodness. Pac-12. Let's see if Chip Kelly can get another win as Arizona State comes to town in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, God.
Man. Oh, Lord. Arizona State. I don't think I can trust. Wait, is what's his name for UCLA quarterback?
DTR?
DTR. Is he back yet? Is DTR back?
Is he out?
He was.
I mean, this team's been so bad. I haven't kept up with them at all. Besides that one Pac-12 After Dark game that an NCAA game broke out, and 50 points were scored by UCLA in 22 and a half minutes, which I've now mentioned, I think, on 6 shows since that game. I mentioned it last show for sure.
Let me see if he is back. Did he play in the last game? He did. He did play in the last game. Oh, boy. Arizona State coming off a tough loss, 21-3 against Utah. Tough Utah team. UCLA riding a high, beating Stanford for the first time in forever. It's Pac-12 After Dark. No, it's not. It's 6:30. Close enough, UCLA.
Arizona State, I like the defense. I think they're going to shut down the UCLA offense, and they're going to score just enough to win.
Yeah, I think defense is the key here, and Chip Kelly's got his free Pac-12 Magic game already, so I don't think it's in the cards this weekend. So I like the Sun Devils.
Just like last week, I'm sticking with Hearn.
Devin, where'd the energy go?
This is serious.
This is Pac-12 energy.
This is serious right now.
Okay.
I'm in my serious mode.
So basically he's saying he wasn't serious when he was trying to say JaVale McGee is a legitimate starter in the NBA.
That man is a starter. He's starting.
He is starting. That doesn't mean he should be a starter.
Jack, what's the next game?
There's a lot of people that should start.
An
He's not one of
SEC East basement cage match breaks out in Knoxville this weekend as South Carolina shows up to town.
That's it.
Two teams that need a win.
Two teams that need a win. Tennessee played Alabama relatively tough. I guess it's the word that I'm going for. And South Carolina needs this win. Definitely had a letdown against Florida, but South Carolina has played tough the last 2 weeks. I expect them to do it again. Give me the Gamecocks over the Vols.
I've got South Carolina in this for sure. Helinski's playing. Maurer may not. If Maurer doesn't play, Tennessee doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And South Carolina has to have this game to get to a bowl.
Yeah, this is a must-win for South Carolina, more than it is for Tennessee. Tennessee just looking for anything positive at this point. I think just another close game would do that for them. It's going to be the quarterback play in this one, and USC has the edge.
Devin?
See, y'all letting me, I was trying to be serious and not have, I try to be in my serious picking mode. But now y'all done really made me mad because y'all don't put Tennessee on there. I don't like Tennessee, period. Just because of the fact that how they treated my boy from last week. I really I don't respect him, or I don't even respect Jeremy, what his name, Jeremy Pruitt, right?
Yeah.
I don't respect him. I don't respect Tennessee as a program. I really don't, because that was so unnecessary what they did. South Carolina's is in Tennessee, right?
Yep.
They're going to be playing a lot of guitars. They're going to kill them boys down in Nashville, Tennessee. I promise you that right now.
What?
So South Carolina, listen, the Gamecocks are going to beat Tennessee by 30, and I hope so. And I want Jeremy Pruitt to have the same energy he had when he did my boy like that. So I don't like Tennessee. I just really, truly don't.
I need to send you a breakdown of the play where,
care about
fumbled
that.
because he went rogue, and the reason why he went rogue, if he hands the ball off, it's a walk-in touchdown.
That man wanted to win. You cannot get mad at a kid who wants to win at that moment. He wanted to do it.
I can get mad at him for wanting to win and just being dumb. Where he can want to win and hand the ball off and run the play.
So what if he would have got it though? What if he would have got it? We would have been saying, "Oh my God, that's a great effort. He got the gamer in him." That's what we'll be saying. So let's go ahead and go South Carolina by 30. That's just personal.
Wait, he just switched his pick.
No,
He said South Carolina by 30.
I said South Carolina by 30.
He said South Carolina.
Oh, I thought you were picking Tennessee.
Oh, no. South Carolina by 30.
He's beefing with Jeremy.
Yeah, it's on site.
He ain't gonna be there long anyway, so it's okay.
Jack, give us the next game.
Oh, goodness.
Man, I'm hyped.
Yeah, this is the game of the week. A
Damn.
FCS showdown that is inexplicably the game day game. It is the Bison of North Dakota State heading to South Dakota to take on the Jackrabbits of SDSU.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me find this game.
I thought you were finna say the Magic Classic. I was finna say, oh snap, what am I talking about? Hey, can I do like a pick at the end just for me?
Yeah, we'll pick the Magic City Classic.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
We'll do that.
I don't know anything about this game.
Thankfully, I have it pulled up because I did my research beforehand.
Sick.
So it doesn't really say much.
It's the Bison versus Jackrabbit, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if that tells you who's going to win, but
that's going to tell me a lot.
It's also outside, not in the Fargo Dome.
Yeah, so it's not in the Fargo Dome. It is outside. This is a 1v3 matchup. Last time these two teams met, North Dakota State won 44-21. They've won the last two. And in the last 5, North Dakota State's won 3 out of the last 5. And before that, my goodness, it was in favor of North Dakota. They're the Bison. They know how to get things done. This is prime time for the FCS, so North Dakota State always shows up.
Prime time if you have ESPN Plus, because that's the only
And
place
I
you
do.
can watch it.
So I'll be watching it. So give me the Bison of North Dakota.
I hate this. Give me the Jackrabbits just to be different. I mean, I don't care about this game at all.
I can.
And it infuriates me that it's on our pickup.
Love it. I will take the Bison in the green and gold because they know how to win a national championship, and it looks like they're careening right towards it once again. So I'll take North Dakota State.
I'm just like him. I really don't know too much about this. Who got the biggest animal, like when it comes to mascots?
Wait.
Excuse me?
It's a bison or a jackrabbit.
I
Right?
feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
I just wanted
It's a
answers.
bison
I
or
just wanted
jackrabbit.
answers. I just wanted answers.
A bison
I
is
know
bigger.
I know what it was. I know
Okay.
exactly what it was. No, please don't test me like that. I'm just saying. I just want to get y'all guys. Yeah, let's go with that.
Man, he's ready to fight.
The bigger people. Let's go with the bigger people. The bigger animal. I'm going with the bigger animal.
Jack, how many picks is that so far?
That has been 4.
Give us one more, then we got to go to break because we need a reset.
Not no Jeremy Pruitt. I know that.
And an ACC Coastal Showdown.
Uh-oh.
Chapel Hill.
I know where this is. Wait,
Tobacco Road.
Never mind. He's an ACC Coastal. I thought
You quit trying to hide the game that we know that you want to bring up because you know I hate that this team's been on the pick'em every.
Nope.
I thought you
gosh
hate.
darn
How many
week.
how many games are you gonna hate on? Yeah, it's Duke and UNC.
Duke and UNC. What time is this game?
3.
There we go. Duke versus UNC. Man, this is a Duke team that we thought was going to be good until Pitt came in and beat them. And then they got slapped around by Virginia. So that was bad.
Well, Virginia's the second best team in the ACC.
Well, first of all, you know that's not true.
They got taken to the ropes by Old Dominion.
Yeah, you know that's not true.
Old Dominion apparently does that to every Virginia.
Well, they are the second best team in the ACC. They're just not good.
He's trash.
So North Carolina's played everybody close that they've lost to, especially that 6 overtime loss to Virginia Tech. And they're at home. So because they're at home and because Duke got slapped around silly by Virginia, give me UNC.
Yeah, it's at home. It's a 3:00 game. Sam Howell's the better quarterback here by a large margin. Mac Brown really gets his guys emotional, cries after wins, apparently, after they won 2 games last year. I'm going to take UNC in this.
Yeah, I like UNC because of the home atmosphere and the great defense that UNC has been putting on this year. They've been playing games extremely close, and the fans are going to come out against this Duke team they absolutely hate, and Chapel Hill will be rocking. So
Are they
I'll
camping
take
out like
the Heels.
at Cameron Indoor?
Different school.
I'm glad.
It's same rivalry. That's the point.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Wait.
I'm interested to see
What did we bring up?
No, like,
Camping outside Cameron Indoor?
Okay.
Yeah. Garrison Brooks that plays for UNC basketball came from the same city I came from, LaFayette, Alabama. Shout out to Garrison. But I don't like North Carolina because I'm a Duke fan. So I like Zion. He just left. Michael Jordan.
Let the record show this man is a LeBron fan,
listen,
a Patriots fan, and a Duke fan.
Listen, I like the people. I like certain people. So I do not like Michael Jordan because he's not better than LeBron. He went to NC, so I'm going to go Duke.
Go Blue Devils, I guess.
Love it. Stick with your guns.
Well, that being said, let's head to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll wrap up the show with 5 more picks, and especially Auburn LSU. You're watching. Yeah, that's definitely not how that works. You're watching and listening to Extra Point here on WGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home Walk Restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Danger, danger. I don't fit in on a stranger. Believer. I can take out all the evil. Empowerment to all my people.
Welcome back to Extra Point here on WEGL 911 and Eagle Eye TV. Hello, everybody. Jared Dillard joined by Carter Bird, Devin Foreman, and Jack Hart. 5 games down, 5 more to go in our weekly pick'em. Jack, game number 6. Go ahead and serve it up for us.
This is a Big 12 Texas shootout.
He's trying to hide that Pitt game as long as he can.
TCU rolling out some of the ugliest uniforms seen yet this season against Texas, who nearly lost to Kansas last week. So no telling what's going to happen in Fort Worth this weekend.
Yeah, it is now a 1.5 point line in favor of Texas.
Yikes.
It's as close as it can be. Over under 58.5. But Texas is 4-3 against the spread. TCU 2-4. Texas has a prolific offense. Look at the TCU numbers. Their defense only gives up 281 yards, which is kind of hard to think about when they're 3-3. But they do. But they've lost 3 out of the last 4. They've lost to SMU, Iowa State, and Kansas State. Yeah, Texas had a close call against Kansas, but I think it woke them up. So give me Texas on the road.
TCU for sure. I don't believe in Texas anymore. I think they're banged up on defense, can't stop anyone. This TCU team's they're gonna be fired up because it's a home game against their rival. Gary Patterson hates Texas, hates them. Therefore, TCU shows up fired up, get the win. Texas done. We can end this. Texas is back, garbage, and we can move on.
Jack?
I like Texas in this one because I do think it is a wake-up game after realizing that they almost got toppled by Kansas last weekend. So I think Texas will come out. I think it'll be an extremely close and high-scoring game between Texas and TCU. And while I don't think this means Texas is relevant in any way getting a win this weekend, because, I don't know, they could lose to Kansas State next week. So I think definitely Texas comes away with a win in this one, but just barely.
Devin?
Last week I went on TCU and we lost. I think Texas had the best player on the field, so I would go with Texas. So that's just I lost last week with them, and Texas got the best player, so Texas.
All right. Jack.
Now it's the ACC Coastal matchup that we've been waiting for because I can't stall any longer. Miami, the U, is heading up to Heinz Field for a noon kick against Jared's Pitt Panthers.
The soon-to-be 10-2 Pitt Panthers. Yeah.
The sad thing is, like, they see so bad, like.
I called it a month ago. I found a clip where I called it a month ago, 10-2 Pitt. Right after
I'm actually terrified that's going to happen. And they're not good.
Right after they beat UCF the next show, I said.
Who was the second loss? Penn State? Is it Penn State?
It's Penn State and Virginia in the opening game. They lost to Virginia. Which was the opening game, so it's fine. Pitt, 5.5 point favorite. I mean, we got to bring up Miami lost to Georgia Tech.
Did that
Miami's
happen?
quarterbacks are terrible.
Did that happen?
Yes.
Miami lost to Georgia Tech?
Yes.
Georgia Tech is horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just found out they did.
I'm watching the highlights.
So, yeah, no, give me Pitt. Give me Pitt. Carter, you know you got to do it.
There's not a chance on earth I'm picking Miami. Miami is trash. They should have beaten Florida in game 1, and ever since it's just been a downward spiral. Georgia Tech has 2 wins on the year. The other win is against South Florida, where they barely scored 14 points in the game. and then you're going to tell me you're going to lose to them in overtime? You don't know who your quarterback is? At least Pitt knows who they are, which apparently is the second best team in the ACC.
They are.
Oh,
they're
gosh.
gonna face Clemson.
I mean, we're looking at another Pitt-Clemson rematch in the championship.
Yeah, we are.
And Pitt's going to get hammered by 45, even though Trevor Lawrence is going to throw 4 picks in the game somehow. But yeah, Pitt, and I don't think it's close.
Do you realize that after they do get hammered by Clemson, finish 10-3, that they'll be the ACC representative in a New Year's Six Bowl?
They're going to the Orange Bowl, man.
No, they're going to be playing in the Belk Bowl against us.
I'm going.
You desperately want us to be in the Belk Bowl.
I don't want us to be in the Belk Bowl, but I think
You've literally been saying,
with
give
Alabama,
me Belk or give me death today.
Get it trending. Give me Belk or give me death.
No, you
because
on your own.
We're not going to the playoff,
You by yourself.
and we're not going to be in the New Year's Six game.
We could be in one of those fake New Year's Six games like the Outback Bowl.
Jared, if Auburn wins Saturday,
That
Auburn's
changes.
better than Georgia.
If Auburn wins Saturday, that obviously changes. But you're asking me to believe that Auburn's going to get up first win in Baton Rouge since '99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where I was 4 years old.
Let's talk about it in a second.
What's next? Devin, did you pick Pitt?
No.
We've got to hurry up.
I picked Pitt because it's going to be 50 degrees and raining in Pittsburgh, and it's not fun. Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Tyreek Martin from the same city of mine. Let's go Miami.
Wisconsin.
How many people do you know?
Ohio State
known.
in a game that's significantly less
Famous.
interesting, and it's going to be shades of that 59-0 blowout.
Ohio State next.
Ohio State, they're my best team in the country right now.
Jack.
Bucks by 100. Badgers can't hang.
Devin.
Ohio State. I'm going to go Ohio State.
Next game.
Notre Dame, Michigan.
Ooh, this one's tougher
This one's fun.
because I believe the line is now even.
I love this game.
Notre Dame -1.
Ooh, it moved a little bit.
It opened at Michigan -4.5.
Yeah, early before the show it was at even, and now it's moved in front of for Notre Dame. Man, Michigan gave me hope against Penn State. They played decently well, but Notre Dame, they're a good team. Give me Notre Dame.
So,
the Michigan defense, though, man, I don't know.
don't believe in Michigan. Please don't, because that's more of an indictment on Penn State than it is like, oh, look, Michigan's awake. Michigan loses this game. The under hits by a mile, but Notre Dame dominates this team, and Michigan loses. Michigan's sending death threats to their receiver because he dropped a pass.
I mean,
Notre Dame for sure, and
Go
it's
Big
not
Blue.
close.
Jack.
I like Notre Dame because I do think they will dominate the ball and keep Michigan off of it. Michigan's going to have just an impotent offense against this Notre Dame defense, who was pretty scrappy. They have good DBs, and I think they will command this game and win a rivalry game.
Man, the Fab Five, man, Michigan.
Wait, did we just jump sports?
For the second time this segment.
They won't even let one of the Fab Five come back to the school.
Yes, one of them their coach.
Yeah, of a different sport.
It's okay. We're going to go Michigan. Let's
All
go.
right, let's go ahead and let's do this. Jack, give us the game.
It is the Tiger Bowl, CBS Game of the Week in Baton Rouge. Afternoon kick. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be awful. It is the Tigers at the Tigers, Auburn at LSU.
All right. I said it before the show. I'll say it again. Auburn does not have a snowball chance in hell to win this game. And that's not saying Auburn's bad. Auburn's not a bad team. They're not. But you expect me to believe that Auburn, with a great defense, and they have a great defense, but that offense going down there, I know we keep bringing up the rain and how it's going to affect LSU, right? That rain's going to affect Auburn too. And if Auburn's
It affects LSU more than it affects Auburn.
If
And
Auburn's,
that's not even debatable.
If Auburn's anemic passing game that we already know is a little bit shaky gets a little bit of rain in it, and it turns into one of those games where the running game's going to be heavy, honestly, I went on record early in the week and said it. I'll say it again. I think LSU beats Auburn by more than 20 points.
I disagree.
That's okay.
I disagree wholeheartedly. The under is going to hit in this game by a mile. Blows my mind that it's at 58.5. This game's going to be low scoring. Auburn's defense is going to hold LSU to 24 points in the rain. Because if you drop the passing efficiency of both teams by 30%, I mean, LSU's passing game would still be good. It's not going to be elite, and they're not going to run the ball in Auburn. And Auburn would go from an average passing game to a below-average passing game, but it affects LSU more. And the rain's going to have more of an effect on LSU than it will Auburn. And I think Auburn holds LSU to 24 points. I think Auburn scores 16 in their own right. But if this Auburn defense holds this LSU offense below 25, it's on Gus Malzahn to go win this game.
I forgot.
Jared, what's your score?
Yeah, 42-20. Some late scores push that higher than it should be, but 42-20.
Yeah, I think the scoring in this one is going to come off busted plays, missed tackles, and the like that Auburn and LSU are known to combine for. I see this as being shades of the 2015 Jeremy Johnson game, not in talent, but rather in score, as I think this Auburn team is leagues better, but LSU comes right along with them. I think LSU wins this one in a low-scoring first half, but an opened-up second, 38-13.
I got a question for you. So you're saying it's going to come off missed tackles?
Yeah.
So you're saying LSU is going to score a bunch off missed tackles?
That's what I think.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just putting that in my memory bank because Auburn has arguably the best open field tackling defense in the country.
Maybe not missed tackles, but busted coverage assignments.
Which we did see two of those in Florida.
I'm thinking that opening touchdown against Florida kind of play.
Into the game was not a busted coverage. That was two of Auburn's 7 missed tackles on the same play.
And yes, with the Kevin Steele defense, you got to take one of those. He needs a little while to figure out where the zones are to position his guys. But I think,
and then the other one is their punt returner. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think this LSU team is just going to be a little too dynamic on offense in a way that Florida was not, in order to produce those big plays time after time and beat this Auburn defense.
I think LSU's O-line is going to struggle with Auburn's front, like badly, in a way that they're like, even when they played Florida, they were out Grenard and Zuniga. And the first score for Florida, I mean, that's your middle linebacker getting isolated on their punt returner, and that can't happen. I think Auburn will adjust.
Devin?
Sorry, Devin.
Oh no, y'all fine, man. I'm gonna go with let's go LSU 24-13.
That seems like an LSU Auburn score.
The reason why I say that, we're not gonna score no touchdown. We're gonna probably score 1, and the rest gonna be field goals. And I give LSU 3 touchdowns and a field goal. So I'm gonna go 24-13.
Not mad at it.
Not mad. Carter, did you give a score?
Yeah.
24-16.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. That being said, that does it for the show. So we'll see what happens this weekend as Auburn gets ready for LSU. Got one more show tomorrow before we head down to Baton Rouge. But with that being said, thank you guys for joining me on the show. Jack, hope you have a rest of a good day. Devin, always bringing the energy.
Magic City Classic, Alabama A&M will beat Alabama State in Birmingham this week.
Lock it in. Go Dogs.
Lock it in. Go Dogs. And Carter, thank you for joining me on the show as well.
Jared.
Anytime.
Even next semester.
You for real? Sign me on.
With that being said, we're going to get out of here. It's now noon. We went over. It's time to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Listening to Extra Point here on WEGL 91.1 FM. That does it for the Extra Point here on WEGL 91.1 FM and Eagle Eye TV. Want to watch more? Catch replays of the Extra Point on Eagle Eye TV by going to eagleeyeauburn.com. You can also go to WEGL 91.1 FM YouTube page for full replay. Want to listen more? We have you covered. Tune in to Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud and search WEGL 91.1 FM for more of the Extra Point and other sports content. Stay up to date with the latest news and sports by visiting WEGLFM.com. The Extra Point, bringing you the X's and O's from around the plains of Auburn and around the world of sports. Auburn's best sports talk radio show, Auburn's only sports talk TV show. Watch and listen live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to noon. WEGL Sports, where every game lives.